There is no such thing as free. If you don't have to pay, someone else does. At first glance, socialist policies promising free healthcare or education can seem like a salve for societal discrepancies in access to these services. However, let us highlight that free does not equate to without cost. It implies that somebody is bearing the brunt if you're not paying directly for it. Socialist economies offering free amenities like education and healthcare fund these services through taxation. Hence, while utilizing such services might be financially stress-free for some citizens, especially those belonging to lower income strata, practically, they are never zero cost since they're funded by everyone collectively. This inevitably leads to higher tax rates affecting overall public fiscal health and burdening the most productive disproportionately due to progressive taxation systems commonly employed within socialistic societies. When products or services are provided freely without users paying, there's often less motivation to innovate or ensure quality. A lack of competitive pressure in the market leads to complacency and stagnation, reducing quality standards and hampering technological advancements in critical areas like medicine, technology, etc., indirectly impacting society's progress. Professionals might face reduced incentives to excel in their fields, knowing the government will regulate their financial compensations. This leads to a potential brain drain, as talented individuals opt for capitalist countries promising better remunerations. Socialism, which emphasizes distributing resources based on perceived need, can inadvertently incentivize a competition of need among citizens. In such systems, resources are allocated according to individuals' or groups' demonstrated levels of necessity rather than productivity or innovation. This can lead to situations where citizens are motivated to portray themselves as struggling or disadvantaged to access more resources and benefits from the state. This competition for need can create a culture of dependency and discourage self-sufficiency, as individuals and groups focus on maximizing their share of available resources rather than contributing to economic productivity. Consequently, this hinders economic growth and innovation, as the drive to demonstrate greater need takes precedence over self-improvement. Socialism often experiences a honeymoon period during its initial implementation, when there is existing wealth to be redistributed from the upper class. This redistribution can fund social programs and initiatives that improve living standards for a significant portion of the population, creating an initial sense of prosperity and equality. However, as these resources are finite, the system eventually faces challenges as the wealth from the upper class is exhausted. Without sustainable mechanisms for generating new wealth, economic productivity declines. Focusing on redistribution rather than innovation and entrepreneurship stifles economic growth, decreasing overall wealth and resulting in fewer resources to sustain social programs. This results in economic stagnation, decreased living standards, and increased public dissatisfaction, highlighting the impossibility of maintaining long-term prosperity under a socialist model. In theory, socialist countries promise to provide a better quality of life by promoting equality and reducing economic disparities through state control of resources and wealth distribution. In practice, this promise always remains unfulfilled. Centralized economic planning and government control lead to inefficiencies, lack of innovation, and limited personal freedoms, resulting in stagnation rather than prosperity. In contrast, capitalist countries with market-driven economies foster an environment where individual enterprise and competition drive innovation and economic growth. This dynamic often leads to continuous improvements in quality of life as new technologies and services emerge to meet consumer demands. While not without its challenges, capitalism generally creates more opportunities for upward mobility and personal advancement, while continually ensuring that products and services become more accessible, contributing to a higher standard of living for all. While socialist policies undeniably have certain advantages, including providing basic needs to all regardless of financial capabilities, it is important to understand that the ideological perspective differs vastly from practical implementation. Remember, when something appears free, there's always a hidden cost borne by someone somewhere along the line. This concludes our broadcast. Tune in weekly and subscribe. Remember that your strength lies in reason and your power in resilience. Keep your spirits high and your mind sharp. Until next time, this is Louper signing off. Stay safe, stay strong, and keep the resistance alive. Never forget that the battle for mankind's future is in the hearts and minds of free individuals today. Good night.